Welcome back, my little frogs, and today I'm gonna treat you to some more of the wondrous world of Utopia, written by me. And as you can see, the nice map: Abigalia, Arcadia, the Palmlands. By the way, the original idea was the Palmlands was for the continent to be named that because it grows a lot of palm trees. And I kind of forgot that idea, and now it just looks like someone high-fived to the middle of the map. So ignore that. So there's Abigalia, Arcadia, the Palmlands, Plutonia, I think that is Aprilia, Flowerland, Lemonada, Alberia, Abesia. So that's all 9 continents, and then there are these false continents that don't count, which are the beach islands or the beachlands. So ignore those because they're not real continents. And then of course we have an ocean, because what planet doesn't have an ocean that has life on it? And then you can see there's like a big river that goes throughout the whole continent. I wonder if you would want to swim in it. But we're going to be doing chapters 19 through 21, and I'm going to put the screen down while I flip through it, because I don't want to accidentally flip through a chapter that you haven't seen before and have you peeking and getting sneak peeks. So no sneak peeks here. You're going to just look at darkness for a while I find chapter 19 for us to get to, and let's go through it. Let's see. This will not take very long. Titanamanders, we did that. It's a big salamander. We did the crab. 17, the giant thorn cricket, we did that. We did the crab, the giant river crab. Flip to the next chapter. I hate when pages get stuck together. Okay, perfect. Chapter 19, permapillars. Now, before we read, I want you to take a quick guess on what you think permapillars might be. I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to guess before we proceed. Put in the comments what you think a permapillar is. And your 10 seconds are up. Time to give away the answer. Permapillars are a type of caterpillar-like creature, insect, which does not metamorphose into a butterfly or moth. They stay in the larval stage permanently. So, permanent caterpillars, hence the name. These are relatively large insects that can grow 3 to 5 feet in length and weigh 20 to 50 pounds. So, these bugs are about the weight of a small child, which is giant by bug standards. I'm pretty sure you would pee your pants if you saw a caterpillar that big running through, well, not running, but inchworming through the forest. They live in forests, meadows, and fields in Lemonada and Abigalia, and they are green in color with black stripes, like a giant version of a monarch caterpillar. So they look like a monarch caterpillar but bigger. They have yellow. They also have yellow spots. They lay their eggs on plants, leaves, and mushrooms. And yes, they do lay eggs while in the larval form because they can't metamorphose. So they have developed their mating parts while still in the larval form because they don't metamorphose. They are herbivores, feeding primarily on leaves, such on bacon grass, but they will also eat leaves and fruit of many different species of plant. So they're not really picky about the plants they eat. They'll eat any type of plants that they come across, but they like that bacon grass, which is shaped like, well, It's shaped like bacon, but it doesn't taste like bacon. They defend themselves by biting, as well as by secreting a liquid that tastes and smells extremely bad, and it can burn the eyes and skin of slimy creatures. Another defense they use is to hiss extremely loud, so loud in fact that it makes predators think twice before attacking. This is done by forcing air through the spiracles, which are the holes on the side of an insect's body that they use to breathe. They also like to stay near billers, and if you don't know what billers are, go back to the first part of chapter 1 for anyone who's not familiar. This gives them protection from predators. Due to their soft, squishy bodies, they have a lot of predators. Their main predators include amphipods. If you don't know what those are, go to chapter 1, 2, and 3, 4, and then 5 with amphipods, and it's discussed there. No spoilers. Large spiders, lobsters, and many more. And if you don't know what lobsters are, report to chapter 3. They have a lifespan of 10 to 20 years, and in most of what we read, we wrap it up talking about how long they live, so keep that in mind. But as we get into battles and stuff, it might not end there. Chapter 20, the Bulligator, aka the giant cave amphipod. The Bulligator is the largest species of beta amphipod, and quite possibly the scariest. They are not true amphipods, but are in a family of creatures called beta amphipods. This creature also includes creatures like Gordotherium, which means fat beast, and they are native to the forests of Alberia, Lemonada, and its lakes. The species of Bulligator we are going to focus on now is black with yellow stripes like a bee, and they have a long line of eyes down the entire side of their heads, usually 12. And instead of 2 olfactory tentacles, where the nostril should be, they have 3. Forget those boring, plain old sharp teeth. All of their teeth have fused together to form an incredibly sharp beak, like that of a snapping turtle. This species is known as the bee bulligator because of their black and yellow stripes, like a bee. Bulligators are colossal. They grow to lengths of 45 to 50 feet, and they weigh 11 to 16 tons. This is much larger than the bacon amphipod, the species native to Abigalia, and slightly longer than Guacamole, which is still heavier, being the largest land carnivore, but the Bulligator is longer than the Guacamole. Due to their large size, the Bulligators are semi-aquatic, and they spend their time in water. Like amphipods, Bulligators lay their eggs in nests. Hold on for a second. Sorry, there was a spam call. As I was saying, like amphipods, Bulligators are semi-aquatic, and they spend most of their time in water. Like amphipods, they lay their eggs in nests, and the eggs are fiercely guard them until they hatch. Bulligators are omnivores, feeding on mostly billers and large spiders. Their only competition where they are native is titanomanders, which can eat them. With the Bulligator's razor-sharp beak, they can easily crunch through Biller's exoskeleton and rip flesh in a single bite. Their method is to attack them, wait for the prey to succumb to its injuries, and then eat them. They don't waste their time. They don't waste energy chasing prey. Because if you know amphipods, you know they only have 2 stubby legs. So it's really not energy efficient to be chasing things like that. Although bull gators have few predators, they are often riddled with giant, blood-sucking tardigrades, mentioned above. These beasts have a lifespan of 90 years, which compared to some of the creatures we discussed is pretty short. And final chapter of today is chapter 21 is Gigantoray, and again I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to guess what a Gigantoray is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Time's up. If you didn't put your comments on what you think a Gigantoray is going to come and eat you while you're sleeping. Gigantorays, as the title suggests, are a species of giant stingray. They are one of the largest species of fish in Utopia's global ocean. They have wide, flat bodies, a black top with a white underside, and a long, barbed tail. They have 4 large, snail-like eye stalks on the tops of their heads, as well as 4 eyes underneath their bodies. This makes 8 eyes in total. So, picture a giant stingray with 8 eyes. They reach a length of 65 feet from head to tail, a width of 60 to 70 feet, and a weight of 50 to 60 tons. So roughly the size of a megalodon. The males are usually half the size of the females at only 30 feet wide and with a weight of 5 to 10 tons. They are native to the warm tropical oceans surrounding Abigalia, Lemonada, and Beachland, or the Beach Islands, where food is plentiful. They spawn at night when beacon is full. This spawning involves the gravid females swimming all around the ocean without taking any breaks, followed by non-stop egg laying everywhere they go. They can lay thousands of eggs in one night and can deposit them over thousands of miles this way, which allows them to spread them all over the utopian globe. Imagine one of these giant stingrays swimming aimlessly in the sea with a very long trail of eggs billowing out of them as they swim along, like the fire that travels behind a rocket as it flies. The eggs are susceptible to predation by filter feeders such as billworms and platypedes and aquatic allopods such as shrimp and the crabs. Again, things that look like crabs on Utopia or lobsters or shrimp are not crustaceans but allopods, which means different feet. Kind of like Allosaurus, which means different lizard. Pseudofish, jellyfish, beakfish, starfish, catfish, and anemones. That's a list of all the other things that eat these stingrays. The 5-foot-long babies that hatch out are preyed upon by megamorays, megalodons, pinecone puffers, quadrops sharks, which is kind of like triops, but quadrops, which means a 4-eyed shark, and even their own kind. The adults are preyed upon by megalodons, pinecone puffers, and megamorays. And put comment what you think a pinecone puffer might be. I'm not going to tell you that. These stingrays communicate using an internal base organ, similar to billers, and echolocation, and they also use clicks and chirps. The noises are usually to alert the males that they are spawning and that they should come and fertilize the eggs that are spewing out of them as they swim along. The Giganta is a carnivore. Its diet consists of aquatic allopods, urchins, billworms, squid, pseudofish, jellyfish, clams, snails, quadruped shark, beakfish, the eggs of other fish, baby megalodons, and plankton. They will also feed on billers that migrate across the sea. They have hard, sharp plates inside of their mouths, which are meant to crunch shells, rip flesh, and use powerful lips to slurp. Hold on for a second.
What'd you say? Here it comes.
They can hunt by both swimming along the bottom of the ocean and using the eyes on the underside of their bodies to scan for food that's for bottom-dwelling prey. And they can also use the four long eye stalks on top of their heads to hunt for prey near the surface, like a shark. They defend themselves using a very large stinger or barb at the end of their tail. This barb is up to 6 feet long. So, you thought Steve Irwin was unlucky when he got stung by that stingray? If this kind of stingray stung you, it would impale all the way through you because of the sheer size of that stinger. And is connected to a gland, a venom gland, that contains alpha toxin. This is so potent, one drop of this could kill over 5,000 people. They can inject enough of this venom in one sting to fill up a 50-gallon fish tank. So that is a lot of venom. The combination of quality and quantity makes the venom so strong that it could kill a blue whale. The stinger is very effective at protecting them against megalodons, their main predators, which are much bigger than blue whales. And although megalodons aren't killed by the stings are extremely painful and cause some unwanted side effects. They have an average lifespan of 500 years, and that is where we wrap everything up, and hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Don't get stung by a Giganta ray.